Hey everybody, welcome to another workout. Not recorded live at Rex's gym today, but in the beautiful outdoors. It is a fabulous Dutch day out here. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. Now today is all about options. We have a total of 3 options, but I'll show you what you need. You need a pair of these parallel bars. You don't have to have 2, you only have to have 1 because we're doing Aussie pull-ups. Surprise, surprise. Number 2, you will need a area where you can do some crawling. Yes, we're going on all 4s today. In one of the options, you can have a partner, so this will be a partner workout. If you have a bubble buddy, or if you just used to work out with somebody, you can do this one together. And in the other one, you can make use of this other fabulous tool called a kettlebell. It doesn't have to be a heavy bell because we are going overhead. Now, option number 1. If you are doing this by yourself, the combination is going to be Aussie pull-ups and crawls. Now for the crawls, I'm picking a distance of about 20 meters. You can adjust it depending on how good you can crawl. The Aussie pull-ups, we went over this last week, but I will still give a demonstration. And then I'll show you the 2 options we have for the crawl. Here we go. All right, with our Aussie pull-ups, you can differ your hand position. You can go wider, you can go narrower. Easiest option is be behind the bar. Actively pull your chest towards the bar. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and down. You can make it a little bit harder by hanging directly underneath the bar. Make sure those knees are bent 90 degrees. This way you have to pull yourself up more. Makes it a little bit harder. Hardest option is the full option. A body nice and straight, a reverse push-ups if you will. Make sure you keep pulling your chest towards that bar. Now first of our crawl option is the bear crawl. In this crawl your hips are going to be a little bit higher, but I want that diagonal pattern. So if the right leg comes forward, the left hand goes forward. The leopard crawl means we're working from the push-up position. The knees come straight forward and we keep those hips low. Leopard crawl, a little bit harder. If you go for option 3, you'll have a kettlebell snatch. Set the kettlebell up in front of you, hike it between the legs, powerful hip drive, and lock out overhead. Keep the kettlebell fairly close to your body, so instead of a swing where you get the kettlebell away from you, you keep the kettlebell a lot closer, taming the arc. 5 on one side, 5 on the other side for 10 in total. Now in that top position, you want to bring your bicep towards your ear. So have the arm close to your body. When you're done, we're going into a wader walk. The wader walk is when we finish with our swings. We're gonna walk out 10 meters out. Again, bicep is close to the ear. Stay as tall as you can. Turn around, walk back. So a total of 20 meters on the one side. And then we're gonna switch over and do 20 meters on the other side. So make sure the arm is locked out, long arm. If you need to lean away a little bit, it's okay. We don't want too much of a lean, but a little bit is fine. Try to keep your shoulder away from your ear, so not working with your neck too much. All right, guys, option 1. We have the Aussie pull-ups for 10 repetitions, and then we have either the bear crawl or the leopard crawl for, like I said, about 20 meters. That is 1 round. Your goal is to do a total of 10 rounds. Now you can take your time for this. This is not something you have to push overly hard, but the idea is to get the total work in. So this will be a total of 100 Aussie pull-ups, and if you're doing the 20 meters, it's about 200 meters of crawling, which is a fair bit, but nice little regeneration workout, I think. Option 2, if you have a partner, you do this in alternating fashion. So you have 10 Aussie pull-ups for you, crawl out, crawl back. As soon as you're done, Your partner does 10 Aussie pull-ups, crawl out, crawl back. Keep repeating that until you both have done 10 rounds. You can definitely do some activity while your partner is working, but the workout is to just rest. This is not supposed to be a draining or a tough workout. This is just a punch the clock workout. We're getting some work done. We're getting some good work done for our upper back. And we get to do a little bit of crawling, which is always good for us. Now, option 3, guys, all that good stuff kind of goes out the window a little bit. Because what we're going to do in option 3, we still have the 10 Aussie pull-ups, but then we go into the 10 kettlebell snatches, so 5 one side, 5 the other side. Once you finish your kettlebell snatches, you do a waiter walk for the 20 meters, switch hands, waiter walk other side for the 20 meters, put the kettlebell away, and then do your bear crawl or leopard crawl for the 20 meters. That is 1 round. If you're going for this option, it's a total of 6 rounds. Now, warm-ups. Warm-ups are important. What I'd recommend you do is 2 rounds of 5 Aussie pull-ups, 5 kettlebell swings on the right, 5 kettlebell kettlebell snatches on the right, 5 kettlebell snatches on the left. The waiter walk for about 5 to 10 meters each hand, and then a crawl for about 5 to 10 meters each hand. So just drop the reps down a little bit. Do that for 2 rounds, and then you should be ready to go. If you're just doing the Aussie pull-ups and the crawl, your warm-ups is just going to be 2 rounds of 5 Aussie pull-ups and a 5 to 10 meter bear crawl or leopard crawl. I hope this kind of makes sense. I will try to position the camera so that I'll show you 1 or 2 rounds of my workout. I'm doing option 3 today, doing the 6 rounds. I'll try to put it somewhere so you can actually see a little bit of what I'm doing, but I'm gonna have to get a little bit creative with it. All right, guys, hope this all makes sense. If you have any questions, just let me know. All right, here's 1 round of the option 3 workout. We have 10 Aussie pull-ups. Really control the movement, focus on feeling the upper back muscles doing the work. Make it as easy as you need to feel those upper back muscles. From there, we travel on into our kettlebell snatches, 10 in total, so 5 each side. Work from the hips, it's a hinging movement. Now, of course, if you're doing option 1 or option 2, you go from the Aussie pull-up straight into the crawl, 10 meters out, 10 meters back. If you want to make the crawl longer or shorter, that's absolutely fine. If you're doing option 2, while you are working, your partner will be resting, and vice versa. So here I am battling through my snatches. Once I finish the snatches, I'm doing my waiter walks. 20 meters out, I'm going to disappear from view a little bit here. I promise I'm still fitnessing. There we go. So that's 10 out and 10 meters back, give or take. I'm going to switch sides and go into the other arm waiter walk. Now after that waiter walk, we're going down into our crawl. Remember, you can do the bear crawl or you can do the leopard crawl. I'm going for the leopard crawl, again doing an out and back. I've got a marker set up of where I have to crawl to. Now this is not a workout where you're gonna go continuous. So you do a set and you have a rest. You do a set and you have a rest. So it's fine to push yourself a little bit throughout the set because you do get that rest in between. It's not supposed to, like I mentioned this before, it's not supposed to be a super hard workout or a workout where your lungs are just going to be crawling out of your mouth. This is just punch the ticket and get it done workout. In a leopard crawl, keep those hips nice and low, knees come straight up to the chest. That is 1 round down. Only 5 to go. All right, so if you go for option 3, that was 1 round. Have a rest, have a drink, 5 rounds to go. Have fun. Alright guys, once you've done all your rounds, all the rounds you need to do, we're going to do some stretching. Now, we have this great bar, so we're going to use it. Starting in a hamstring stretch, what I want you to do is put your stance leg, foot pointing towards the bar, put your other heel on top of the bar. Start standing up very tall. If that gives you a good stretch on the hamstrings, just hold that. If not, push your chest forward until you do get a stretch all the way through the back side. I want you to hold this for a minimum of 1 minute up to 3 minutes, depending on how much time you have and how much flexibility you think you work. Do one side and do the other side, of course, as well. So like I said, if you know you need to work on mobility a little bit more, hold this a little bit longer. If this is just kind of like, just going to do a bit of a cool down, not too fussed about the stretching, you don't have to do as much. Make sure though that that foot on the ground is not starting to point out, but keep it pointed straight forward. Stretch number 2. Grab the bar and just hang back. Allow your arms to kind of get pulled out of the sockets here. You get a good stretch on the lats, those armpit muscles. And then last but not least, we're going to put the foot on the rack and try to push the knee down to touch the rack. Maybe you can't quite touch like me. Maybe this is not a problem for you, but again, we're just trying to find which stretches you need to do more of and which stretches you can do a little less of. Again, anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes each side is absolutely fine. Do one side, do the other side, and as always, be aware of any sort of left-right difference. It has gotten nicer and nicer out here, guys. Just beautiful. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic Sunday. I'll talk to you tomorrow.